I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. But we are live. We're live with another event. Again, welcome YouTube for another one live event tonight. Another European hosted one. This is using the Scriptum Realism mod that has been made by the community. Awesome mod. Lots of changes to make the experience of Scriptum as authentic to as real life as you get in Scriptum. Tonight we are joined by the 6th GA, the IR9 and the 5th GB division on the Axis side, and on the Allies we have the 7 ID, the Partisans, PIB and Sturm, and I believe one other, the 91st PCD on the Allied side. The Allies will be on the attack tonight. They have to attack and secure 3 sectors, and as you can see above me, here come the Allies right now. A massive parachute drop about to be called in. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoy the video, and as always, please do hit that like and subscribe button. We're nearly at 500 subs. If you could help achieve that, then we're on the way to 1,000 subs. So very much appreciated if you could do that. Onto the event tonight anyway. As I said, one live event, the usual to be expected. The Allies have 1 hour to secure the first objective, which is the area below us. You can see the area is the factory area. They have to secure this area with an hour to do so. If they secure the area, they then get an additional 30 minutes to secure the next area, and then another 30 minutes to secure the other area for that. It's a best out of 3 tonight. It is a best out of 3 tonight, so whichever team holds the most sectors by the end of the time wins. So if the Allies take 2 sectors, but the Germans defend the 3rd, the Allies win. If the Axis defend 2 sectors, but the Allies take 1, the Axis win. So that is the basic rule set. Standard rules, you've seen these events so many times, man. There's so many changes in the Scriptum Realism mod. I'm not going to list them all, but it's a one live respawn event. The team commanders can call in their respawn ways whenever they feel like it. There's limited assets available, limited lives available. It's the usual kind of affair. But yeah, gonna be enjoyable. Tonight, the 6GA are on the German side, so a little bit different to them. They're usually the Allied team, but tonight the 6GA are filling in the numbers for the German forces.
Yes, I shall.
And you can already see, if I zoom out a little bit and if I turn nameplates on, you can see the Axis team have done a good job spreading out their defenses. They've got eyes on as many directions as possible and secured as much hardcover as possible as well. So the Allies are really in for a tall order here to fight through this very experienced and well dug in Axis team. So the IR9 holding down the central position there on the hilltop, with the 5th GB divisions on the flank to that'd be the north on this map. Yeah, to the north. And then to the east, you've got the 6th GA holding down the lower positions. So good teamwork and good coordination, it seems, so far by the Allies, the Axis forces, spreading out their defensive forces in a good range. Let's head on over to the Allies just to see it and have a look at them. Already 1 casualties for the Allies. Cry Wolf looks like he might have been the only casualty as he jumped out the plane. Either his parachute didn't work or that machine gun fire got him. We heard those MG. Oh, don't look at that. Cry Wolf. Either his parachute didn't work or that MG fire caused the first casualty there. And then we'll have a look at the Allies quickly. You can see the Partisans here all forming up. They have an hour to take this objective. And as always, I say every single time, these one live events, they're a lot slower paced. The teams take time. They build up their forces gradually. They get into position and then they launch their attack. So you'll find there's sometimes there can be half an hour where the teams are just slowly getting into positions, and then there's a rapid fire burst of action within 5 minutes, and then it goes quiet again. So that is the warning. These games can be a little bit slow in places, but that's what I'm here for, right? Good raised perimeter here for the IO9 defenders. Let's head on over to the 5th GB division to see how they're getting on.
Juliet 776. Sorry, Juliet 774.
Juliet 774, Iron 9. Copy. Stand by.
We seem to attack a lot for some reason. In EUF.
Oh, it looks like mortars have begun. Mortar fire landed onto the central factory position. 3 mortars landed so far. No kills. But the defenders are going to have to be careful. They're going to have to put their heads down. They're going to have to get into hard cover. Because these mortars in a 1 life event can be absolutely devastating. I will say I'm sorry if you see any blue lines going across the screen. It's a bug in the admin cam right now. There's nothing I can do about it. It just randomly comes and goes, so I do apologize about that. Another paratrooper coming in. We might see some more allied reinforcements coming in to try and secure the 1st sector here. Got those planes. Shall we go up a little bit and get a little bit of a closer look at these big planes? These, I believe these are the American planes, right? You can see more paratroopers coming in there. Look at these awesome planes. Can you imagine increasing the server number where to the point where every single one of these planes could be packed with players? How awesome would that be? That mortar fire, though, still coming down on Geb. We see there's been 1 casualty. We can also hear rifle fire and a little bit of machine gun fire going out as they're trying to shoot at these troopers coming in. A little bit of a wound over there, but it doesn't look like any casualties sustained majorly. 1 casualty sustained by mortars, though.
There you go.
I'm not quite sure where his body went. I'm gonna guess there is no body anymore. Lysander might just not exist anymore. Cart. God damn. Kartov has got some strength in his legs, man. Able to keep his legs this straight. Bro, he's a planking legend. I want to see his calves and his thighs. They must be pure muscle. We're just going to stay on board the Axis for the time being. But I'll make it easier. There we go. I want to stay on board the Axis for time being. So, when the attack comes from the Allies, whatever position it comes from, it's going to be a surprise to both us
buildings just north of the factory.
and yeah.
We used to call my lecturer in college.
You need to keep focused, dude.
So I was to keep it away.
Completely exposed on the side.
Yeah, Kennedy.
That you were covering.
Yeah, Kennedy, keep focus.
But what was that?
You're not allowed to have fun.
Nothing aboard.
Fun detected. Zoid cuts it out. No fun. Still waiting for that 1v1. Let's head over to the I-9. They're going to be speaking German.
I'm not biting.
I'll be hiding in behind this box.
That's a lie.
Oh, not at the moment.
I will not bite you.
I wish you could like drive these trucks as well. All the civilian vehicles. I wish you could commandeer them and just drive them.
Yes, it's better.
Oh, that's more mortars. Looks like Edelweiss. Looks like more mortar casualties sustained as they try to soften up and dislodge any embedded defenders.
I got shot at just before entering the house.
From where?
Look at Seb's position here with a sniper. What a beautiful position for him to have a sniper. He has full vision over this range. Machine gun fire going out. We're going to hear the first shots of machine guns. Let's have a look what is going on.
Ja, sie ziehen sich zurück. zieh nicht zu. Sehr schön. Weiter rechts, weiter rechts.
So it looks like the Allies have been trying to flank around to the north.
Ja, du schießt auch so.
The Allies have been trying to flank around to the north. I'm just going to turn the sound down a little bit. There we go. The Allies have been doing a flank around the north. Let's see what they've got in their arsenal. Because you can hear there is a cannon firing. My nameplates aren't working. There we go. So we can see a QF6 being put in place. Heavy 6-pounder the Allies have. Brutal weapon, highly accurate, lots of ammo, capable of taking out tanks and infantry alike. In Grim on it, firing a few shots down range with rain and other Berlik. Burns a few shots down the range there, but it doesn't look at any casualties. It has caused the German forces to relocate a little bit. You can see the 5th GB over here relocating, putting fire down onto that 6-pounder position. And a big shot there, almost wiping out. And a second shot, not quite sure how. I'm not quite sure how no one went down to that blast in. That was directly on Whitman. Whitman somehow surviving a 6-pounder shot right at his feet. Philip is the next casualty for the German defenders. He's been hit by mortars. You can see a few smoke rounds going off there. As the Allied forces at this point are just trying to soften up the defenders. Blast them out with mortar, with cannon. Trying to soften them up. Seb with that sniper. Can Seb get a good shot with his sniper? He's trying to get into a position where he can maybe shoot the gunner. A few casualties have been sustained to the Allies. You can see a nameplate there. It looks like Ingrim was the one to go down. Berlik has taken over the operation of the cannon. MG trying to return fire. You can hear the MG-42s below me. Trying to suppress that cannon. Trying to suppress any infantry that might be around it. Ooh. That cannon knows where you are now, and a big shot on the inside. Rosberg goes down. Marcus goes down. I don't think Marcus or Rosberg are going to be recovered. Yeah, that's a yoga position right there. And another shot on the inside there. Maximum goes down. Incredible shots by... Oh. That 6-pounder doing excellent shots there straight into the factory. And when the armor overhaul comes out, you will no longer have to be precise to shoot through the windows. When the armor overhaul comes out, that cannon can just blast straight through the walls. Don't give a damn if you're on the inside. He'll just shoot straight through the walls. You can see the 5th GB division there relocating below us. Lots of minor shrapnel wounds and mortars landing there. Sure right goes down. Those mortars landing at a very good time. So the German defenders under a lot of pressure here as the Allies have wrapped around completely from the north. Looks like they're going to be trying to push in from the northwestern approach. Another big mortar there. Seb goes down. Draxler's gone down. Winter's gone down. And more. We just saw the bodies go tumbling then as these mortars are so precise right now. Krop goes down. The German defenders suffering heavy casualties here from that 6-pounder and those mortar strikes. Get into hard cover. You need to get on the inside. You need to get into hard cover, I would say, at this point. Don't linger out in the open. Make sure you're well spread. Make sure you're at least 10 feet away from each other. Sporacity. Is it sporacity? Sporacity. Mortars trying to find more defenders. The 6-pounder has gone quiet for time being. A A big English 6-pounder has fallen silent. Ingrim was the one who got sprayed down. Rain has taken up the mantle from the 7 IED. IED? Sorry, no, not an IED. ID, 7 ID. IED is something completely different. A few long-range rifle shots going on there as well. Someone's confident. Maybe a sniper in hand.
Enemy sniper 8 degrees.
That 6-pounder starting to fire again. And I don't think a medic is going to be... maybe a couple of the downed... But I'm pretty sure more can't be saved. And I feel the same about Seb as well. I feel Seb probably just gone. Yeah, you heard them shouting out space in there because there was a lot of individuals gathered together. But the Allies, like I said, slow start. They've been testing the defenders, hammering them with mortars and cannon fire. A few rifle shots as well, trying to soften up the defenders and trying to just weaken them for their future infantry and their future advances to push in. Mortars starting again. I wish this was Battlefield so you'd actually see destruction take place on the terrain with mortars and cannon. One day, give it 30 years, when technology's advanced so far, it'll be possible.
Wo finde ich den Verantwortlichen jetzt selber?
Ich weiß nicht, wer der Verantwortliche ist jetzt bei dem Zugtrupp. Sind da denn welche?
Someone's shouting spacing again there because a lot of the defenders were gathered up again in one corner. All it takes is one mortar, boom, you're all gone. You're all gone. Wait, you gotta wait now 30 minutes for the next respawn wave or whenever the commander calls it in. So yeah, this is the first sector for the Allies to take. They have an hour to take this first sector. If they take it, they get an additional 30 minutes added on to whatever time is left remaining. So far, it's been about 20 minutes of getting in position, raining down mortars, raining down cannon fire. So they've still got 40 minutes to push on this position. See, the German defenders have suffered a few casualties, but they've still got plenty of manpower in their arsenal. You can see the Allied infantry starting to move in. A little bit of machine gun fire, we can see. The 5th GB with a great machine gun position here on the hill.
I'm reloading.
Suppressing a Allied squadron.
Actually, drop a crate in case you die. Just drop a.
Alright, there are much more left now. 26.
Enemies 26 southwest.
Southwest 26.
26 southwest.
Southwest.
In the forest. In the forest.
Yeah.
26.
Ooh. Just heard one headshot go out then. And the mortars are starting. Look at those well-placed mortars by the Allied forces. A machine gun was pinning them down. They had a hand mortar and they've used it very effectively here. They've dislodged this machine gun position temporarily. They did suffer a casualty in return, but these mortars, again, these hand mortars use a very good effect here. Trying to dislodge that MG that has them pinned down on this approach.
We're going to the buildings first, Warren. Get the fuck out of here.
Good use of hand mortar there. You can see the Germans call them to fall back. Dislodged from that position. More mortars raining in now. 6-pounder shooting at distance again. Mika and Philip very lucky to get away. Explosion there as I believe a German transport vehicle was taken out. Yeah, one of the Opel Blitzes has been taken out as the Allies start to move into the compound area. The German forces being pushed all the way back onto the top of the hill pretty much at this point as they've been slowly displaced by the artillery that keeps raining down on them. Looking very good for the Allies so far. Minor casualties sustained to them. but good casualties inflicted upon their opponents. They slowly pushed in. Partisans, PIB, 7ID, and Storm all doing their little rap. Allied forces pushing forward, taking the large, I don't know what you'd call this, the large factory owner house. Suppressing the 5th GB, machine guns, Brens, stems, and grenades being fired onto their position, pushing them back. As we've got Storm also push up the hill, getting into the factory wall. Ops gets hit by friendly fire there, and that 6-pounder needs to watch its fire a little bit. Team kill there. Luckily, medics are on hand to deal with that. But we've got a big allied squad here ready to breach the walls. A little bit anxious in pushing forward. The Partisans are doing a good job. They've moved on from the governor building. They're pushing towards the factory wall themselves, trying to break through the first barrier. Rocker goes down there. He loses his head. As Mika and Philip are doing their best to hold back. Grenade goes out. 4 short on the outside. And PIB are continuing their push and their wrap around. Slowly creeping in. So Philip there, Philip under fire. Takes a little bit of shrapnel through the windows. He's going to have to retreat and fall back as that Bren gun suppressing them. I've got to say, this is good work by the Allies so far and slowly pushing forward. They're suppressing the enemy with a mixture of artillery fire and then getting close with the infantry with small arm fire. They're doing a good job of slowly starting to push in. Ops with the grenade, not quite sure where it went. Mika on the corner there, misses his shot. As Philip gets hit by a Woolly Pete, he has to move back. Philip and Mika are doing all they can to hold back this allied squad here. As the Partisans start to break through into the factory complex themselves. Big grenade goes out there. Might actually get a kill. Just falls a little bit short. Doom Catalyst has been taken out at some point. Mika and Philip still holding back that section. Well on the road. As PIB are trying to flank in, but they've got support. They've got defenders pushing in close as well. Winter there. 2 grenade. 1 goes a little bit too far, but that's 1 well-placed grenade. Double kill there. Vanisher still alive. As Storm finally break through. Mika goes down. Scheiße. There's a Storm pushing more. I can hear more hand mortars being fired here. As the first line of factories have fallen on the west side to the Allies. Only Whitman alive, and Whitman gets taken out by a grenade there. Joey tidying up Whitman. So the first row of factory buildings has been cleared by the Allied forces. There are reinforcements coming in for the Axis. They did call in reinforcements. And you can see reinforcements coming in. There's still a lot of Axis forces. That cannon still fires. Big smoke barrage coming down. This might give way for the allies to push forward. You see Krop and Nico here trying to hold back. Hash Brown gets taken down there from Sturm. Big grenade goes there. That's such a huge grenade there. Lands perfectly. Doom Catalyst goes down again, and Nico might also go down. What a well-placed grenade. Huge grenade there. Almost got a... How many would that have been? About 6 people. As the reinforcements here from the Axis defenders are doing a good job of repelling the Allied forces. The Allied forces push has stalled a little bit as they've been taking casualties very steadily. The Allied forces have been taking casualties very steadily. They still hold on to the first row of the factory buildings, but little by little they're being whittled down. Here machine gun fire being exchanged on both sides. Bren guns, MG42s, Sten guns. We've got a little machine gun squad firing here. We've got 2 Brens, I think, side by side. Yeah, 2 Bren guns trying to suppress with a spotter. Senate there trying to spot for the 2 Brens. Holding back the big wave of Axis forces pushing in on the south side, trying to reclaim the factory complex. Storm suffered a lot of casualties over in this corner. Their forces have been dwindled. Huge grenade by Krop. Stalled that push there. The Partisans are still pushing, though. Partisans are still looking strong, but now they have to contest with pushing forward whilst also repelling counterattacks from the Axis defenders. Might be time to have those mortars start to redirect a little fire. Whoever was operating those allied mortars. Here they come. Gore goes down immediately. You Asterisk, and the mortars land immediately. Gore, the first casualty there, landed directly on his head. Poor guy. As the Partisans are starting to suffer casualties now as they try to weather the storm of the reinforcements coming in for the defenders. Cry Wolf. Aid. Charwoods trying to do their best to hold back. More casualties suffered there to the mortars. These mortars doing a good job trying to hold back the reinforcements from the defenders. That Bren gun machine gun squad has been taken out by that MG42 fire. And the Allied forces looking a little bit thin here as their numbers start to dwindle. Meanwhile, we've got a little incursion going on here. A little bit of an infiltration. This could be huge if these individuals manage to get through, get into the behind of the defenders. It might cause a little bit of chaos. Joey pushing forward. The Partisans doing their best to hold this flank. Cry Wolf managing to get on the inside here, doing a big flank with a Bren gun. This could be huge to help relieve the remaining members of this Partisan squad as Storm continue to push in, but the Storm members got a lot to do here. Marcilio goes down there for Cry Wolf. I need to sneeze. Bah! Thank you, YouTube comments, for saying bless you. Joey trying to push forward now. Cry Wolf with a good shot. Joey living there because of Cry Wolf in that window.
West 8. Second story.
Joey! Joey, what are you doing?
Holy shit.
Joey! He decided to bring out the knife and go for a knife.
Yeah, positive. I can see a blue tag over him.
Joey there, getting a little bit cocky, wanted to go for the silent knife kills. Maybe he should have just pulled out a grenade or gone for a rifle fire and just cut down as many as he could. More paratroopers. You can hear them. Here they come. The planes coming above. And Sturm still have their incursion on the inside. 30 minutes remaining for the Allies to take this first objective. Prop gets shot in the back. Dino there. Brain gun. Oh. Did the server crash? Are we good? Okay, we're good. Dino goes down there. Driscoll threw a grenade under the stairway, clearing him out. As the paratroopers above us are looking to reinforce the Allies. I think the planes might cause the admins to lag just a little bit. And here come the paratroopers dropping in. As Sturm are still, we have a few members trying to infiltrate on the inside and just delay as much as possible. Allied forces under a lot of fire. You can hear the machine guns going off. The rifle fire trying to kill these reinforcement paratroopers as they drop in. Bopac might not make it. Drummer. And the Pope. And Nico. Fusion also might bleed out before he hits the ground. Few casualties. Ducky Gunner also goes down, so the paratroopers are suffering a few casualties. But Storm are still doing a good job on the inside. Slowly pushing through the factories one by one. They're actually taking out a lot of the defenders here. This 4-man incursion, I think it's now down to 3 men. I've done a good job infiltrating inside the buildings. And just clearing them out one by one. And leaving a hole open for the Allies to push in once again. The mortars continue. As the German forces, the Axis forces, try to move back into the factories, try to claim the buildings. Rosberg and Seb, sniper and marksman, sniper and spotter, back on the hillside, looking to start picking off any of the paratroopers they saw drop in. Playing patiently. As brand power of Scambro Nissan try to stay close to each other, supporting each other the best they can, stay as the group, allows them to win gunfights 1v1 and clear those buildings more effectively. Now, that is a rich target right there. One mortar. All it takes is one mortar, and god damn. Now that is a mortar-rich target. We've got Shorik on the inside. Pistol in hand.
Da ist ein Thompson direkt ums Eck. Direkt ums Eck.
Oh, here we go. Is Thompson upstairs?
Yes.
You see the German forces trying to clear out. Bronisan gets a kill there. Brand Power also holding the stairway. Machine gun firing at each other. Bronisan goes down to the MG42. Ops goes down to a grenade, I think. So only Brand Power is alive on the inside. Trapped with German forces. Trying to clear out these rooms one by one.
Is that enemies in the building southwest?
Enemy in the factory.
Brand Power with a great shot through the floorboards there.
Is that friendly or enemy?
Enemy now.
And he gets the kill, and Shaw whiffs his shots.
Still in this building right in front of us. Medic's down. Yeah, I see him in the second floor.
I think 2 enemies ran out that building out the back.
Dietrich, get born.
And then Marcus
Enemy in the second
Sneaking
floor,
in
right?
and shooting through the floorboards. Finally clearing out. Storm doing a good job there, racking up the kills. Let's have a look at the kill boards quickly. So we've got 32 kills and 42 wounds to the Axis forces so far. 27 kills, but 44 wounds to the Allies. So you can see the Allies have been wounding more people, but the Axis forces have been putting people down for good. So all those wounds the Allies have been causing, their medics have been doing a good job on the Axis, getting their soldiers back up into the fight. But the Allies are pushing again. Germans have suffered casualties. They've had to call in reinforcements at least once. The mortars are raining down again. So we'll have to see if they can weather a second storm. See an IR-9 defensive squadron here moving in up the hill around the governor's manor.
Wer hat Handgranaten?
Ich.
Philipp, eine ins Obergeschoss. Ins erste.
Ganz oben.
Marcello, eine ins zweite Obergeschoss.
Zweite Obergeschoss.
They're not quite sure if there's people on the inside, so they're going to clear the floors one by one. Smartly done. These one-light events, you never know when someone might be hiding. As Seb here with his Kar-98 has spotted someone with his sniper and he's trying to get a few kills there. Partisan pushing up, Storm pushing up, all the Allied forces once again trying to push in towards the warehouse. The warehouses and the factories.
Sometimes you get through the walls.
Through wood walls, yeah, but that's brick.
Yeah, but sometimes you go through the brick walls as well. Like the metal barrels you can shoot through. Oh, that was good.
What is it with people trying to go for these knife kills? Laos there went in for the bayonet charge, but Rosberg was listening very quietly. Big grenade goes out there, might just went a little bit too far though. Yeah, rolled down the hill. Flojo also gets shot as the IL-9 now take up that factory owner's house. Joey goes down there. The Partisans and PIB are now under pressure. As we can hear the planes above once again. They're staying on board Seb and Rosberg here as they are holding back this mountainside. Doing a good job there. Seb with the sniper in hand. He's spotted behind him with just a Kar-98. As more reinforcements begin to drop in. Look at the kills Seb is picking up here. No one's returning fire on his position. He's just allowed to run across this hillside, picking off the kills one by one. Big grenade goes out from Seb. He might roll and get a triple kill. Almost did. Just fell a little bit too short. As more grenades go down, Rosberg finally goes down and he gets some fire returned on him. But look at the Partisans and Pib squad here. Completely decimated by not only Seb and Rosberg, that sniper squadron, but also Iron 9 with the support just a little further behind. Regaining that large estate house. Big losses there for the Allies. Few kills returned as the Storm tried to infiltrate the estate. They managed to take out Philip and Gore. Rocker broke on the inside. Another German vehicle has been destroyed. Another Opel Blitz. As Storm are doing their best to support their allies stuck on the hillside. I'm not quite sure how Seb managed to run through all those mortars and survive, but good job to him. Ooh, sure on the flank here. Storm had no idea there was a pistol shooting right behind them. Now they know. Doom trapped now. He's getting shot from above. Hiding in the bush the best he can. And finally, Doom is blasted out. It's his little hiding hole. That's a lot of casualties sustained there in the last 5-10 minutes there from the Allied forces. Seb and Rosberg did a great job with that sniper, holding back, along with the IO9 support with Alvers, Philip, Marcelio, and whoever else was inside this building. They did a good job holding back the next big wave of Allied forces. All came down to Seb and Rosberg really surviving that bayonet charge. If that bayonet charge was instead of a bullet, instead of a knife was a bullet, it might have gone completely different there. You see the German starting to reclaim that hold again. Let's go have a look at this 6GA squad over here, who are basically for the last 50 minutes, they've just had a nice time. For the last 50 minutes, these guys, they've had a good time.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, I think we're yeah, we're like.
Not really much going on over here.
Some Germans drop without their weapons and pick them up later, so technically they're on our.
Yeah, the only airborne operation they had was in Cretan. They had to get them from weapons, yes. But afterwards they never did a drop again, and they were just attached.
Oh wait, we're fighting Americans, I forget. Although they did the same.
Oh, I just noticed there's 2 repair cranes here.
Should be fighting British.
So you got to say it's looking very good. Initially, it looked very well for the Allies, but the Allies have lost a little bit of their pressure that they were putting on the defenders. Let's have a look at the scoreboards again. Currently, 56 kills to 67 wounds for the Axis, 30 kills to 48 wounds for the Allies. Deaths-wise, 77 Allies, 57 for the Axis. So you got to say, the Axis medics are doing a lot better job at the moment with 20 revives and 900 heals compared to the only 7 revives and 327 heals there for the Allies. So I've got to say, medics doing a big part of the defensive role here for the Axis and why they've managed to hold on to this first sector. I imagine time is probably running out. That 6-pounder firing again. Nothing really devastating about his shots right now, but I'll say the Allies are running out of time. They did great initially. Great push. They managed to break into the factory. They was clearing out the factories. The mortars were doing an incredible job. But ever since that first wave got wiped out, they've lost the pressure. They wasn't able to apply a second wave to it. And now they're kind of suffering now. Clock is ticking. And the Axis are allowed to just embed themselves more, get back into their original positions, get their scouts and their spotters at the ready, and just pin off whenever the next attack is coming. Let's have a look at who is the most on kills then at the moment while we wait for the next wave of action. 4 kills here with Disco there. 12 kills. Actually, it's Rosberg. 12 kills. Rosberg, who was helping Seb as a spotter. Then 5 kills from Philip. Over on the Allies, we have 5 kills leading the charge here from Brandy. I believe he's probably on the mortars. And then 5 kills down here with Frojo Grillinger. And then 5 kills here from Burlick. Burlick was on that 9-pounder at one point. He was helping to spot with the 9-pounder. That 9-pounder is still firing. Not a huge amount of effect going on with that 9-pounder. Shots aren't really affecting the defenders at this point. They know to stay in hard cover and not to show themselves on the northern flank. So you can see the Axis forces once again.
Which direction? Come with me. To the forest, southwest. Okay. Okay, the rest stay here.
The Axis forces, once again, spreading themselves out, getting them into good defensive positions, making sure they're not stacked too heavily. And with 15 minutes left, it's not looking good for the Allies. They really need to start moving in and clearing out this objective. They get an extra 10 minutes if it's contested. So how the sector works, basically it works similar to the main game. If the Allies have the majority in the zone, the sector, then they'll start the capping process. They need to hold majority for 10 minutes. And, yeah. Can you put a 5-minute delay on the stream? I can't. That means I'd have to start and restart. It's too late. Too late. How's Zoid doing? How you doing, Zoid?
Oh, another 25 minutes. Good call, Kennedy. Just wait it out. But keep your eyes on whatever you can.
How you doing, Zoid? How you doing?
Truly is the Sitzkrieg.
Damn. Whoa, what's going on with his neck? What is that?
It's the fucking shooting Sony.
I've never seen the neck be broken like that.
What's that?
Oh, thunder.
Whoa.
Finally, Zoid squad getting a little bit of action there. Foot gets shot as he was trying to run back, scouting there. So some time shots there, taking out 2 of the 6GA over on the, what would this be, the eastern flank? Yeah, the eastern flank.
Well, keep your head down.
Let God sort them out.
Alright, hold on.
Okay, let's do this again, and we can see a big PIB squad pushing in from the south here, clearing out a lot of the 5th GB division. Lots of casualties suffered there from the Axis side. Got to watch out for those woolly peeps. They might burn themselves out. Whitman's still on the inside. He's holding up the building. Let's just go on the inside, see if Whitman can hold.
They're in the fucking building with me. I'm stuck in the building, folks. There's a guy in the building with me. We're gonna have a fucking, oh, I'm dead. I'm fucking
Oh, no, I'm trying to throw some support in here on the PIB as they push in. Oh my god, that was... That felt like a slow motion car crash. So BIB with a big push in there, and also the 6GA suffering a lot of casualties here, as they've been basically pushed out of their sectors and pushed into 2 buildings at this point. So this really is the 3rd Allied wave coming in, and again they've delivered a lot of damage to the defenders early on. Can they sustain that pressure, or will it dwindle out? They have suffered a lot of casualties here. You can see PIB suffering a few casualties. It's IO9 on the flank. Is anyone watching the flank?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big grenade. It's landed right next to Andy. Andy's going to go down there. Oh, he ran on top of one grenade, and then the second to finish it. Bopac also went down. I think the grenade managed to smash him through the wall. Grenadier from Draxler trying to clear out the building. PIB suffering a lot of casualties here. Great initial push from them. They broke through the defenders early on, but now they're suffering just a little bit. As the IR-9 have sent reinforcements in, and they're flanking on no sides. Only G-Rune Eric alive. I love how he said hello and then just boom, dead. IR-9 getting shot in the back here a little bit, though. You can see a lot of casualties sustained as that Allied squadron push in on the eastern side. The German defenders suffering a lot of casualties on this 3rd big push. And the Allies might start contesting the zone. You can see over here, further to the north, There has been a push in from the Allies. The Sturm squadron coming in from the north. They have been cut down. 5 deaths there from their squad as the 6J MGs cut them down. But there is some infiltration going in here for the Allies. They might start contesting the zone. If they can rack up the kills gradually, they will start to contest the zone. And I think they still have reinforcement waves they can call upon. Mortars still raining down. Big kills there from the mortars. German bastard goes down. Rain goes down. Rain dropped a grenade. Look out, Berlick. Look out. Friendly grenade there. Let's go on board the Partisans as they try to clear out these buildings. Ooh, big grenade goes out there. Not quite sure where it landed. It was near Cry Wolf. He manages to dodge it. Grenade falls just short. Didn't go through the window. That was a big grenade, though. That lands right in front of Thunder. There's something about that, man. That's the second time we've seen that. I fucking love it. There's just nothing you can do aside from just look at it and just like, well, I'm dead. The 6J are doing a good job holding back this flank here. I've got to say, it's looking very thin for both sides. Both sides have lost a lot of casualties on this big wave coming in. It could still tip either way. 6J have most of their squad alive, though. It's really, the 6J are the only ones at this point who have a full strength squad, and they're holding back the Allies on this eastern push. But it's not over. I'm not quite sure what happened over here. We zoomed away. It looks like Ji-Woon went down at some point. And we've just seen the Axis forces have called in a third respawn wave. So unless the Allies also have one, that means all those attackers are going to be back on the field very soon. All those defenders, sorry. The Allies running out a lot of time here. Might be time to get a power drop. If we get a power drop straight onto the factory so they could drop in the middle, that might be just what the Allies need at this point. Call in any respawn waves they have left and just call them straight into the factory complex. Try and land within the walls. See, the Partisans are being cut down over there. PIB doing their best to carry on their push. As whatever is left for the Allies now, they're just throwing anything they have to get into the zone to contest it. Remember, they have to hold the majority of this sector to start capping. If they start capping, the timer is paused and they just have to hold it for 10 minutes then. They're throwing anyone they have forward. But if it carries on like this, I doubt it's going to be enough. You can see the Axis forces starting to spread out from that reinforcement wave. They're trying to reinforce the 6GA on the eastern flank here. Starting to push back towards the factory as well. Have men and eyes inside the factory to make sure the Allies don't do anything sneaky and get on the inside. In Grim there with a few rifle fires across the factory grounds. I think he actually shot through the windows then. Storm are breaking in. PIB are breaking in. PIB are very close to the 6GA. If PIB can throw some big grenades in this building, that might be enough for them to continue their push. Von Baveman goes down. It's Nico. Nico, I think is he a grenadier? No, he's got his grenades ready. One grenade, it bounces off the window, falls too low. Not quite sure where the second grenade landed because of all the smoke. Webb's going to bleed out in the distance there. Webb got hit at some point. Yep, Webb goes down. So the PIB being pushed back there. Reinforcements start to trickle in to relieve the 6GA squad. Storm are trying to approach on the north. trying to break on the inside. Ingram still on the inside. Ingram looks like he got a kill on Philip and Muta. Mortars are raining down. Oh. Draxler with his Grenadier kit decided he's just going to finish Ingram for good. As the red wave continues. This might be the last roll of the dice here for the Allies. The Axis calling in their final wave as well. I think it all comes down to this. Both teams throwing whatever they have left on the board, trying to hold on. About 6 minutes left. 5-6 minutes left for the Allies to get on and start contesting the point. I think both teams are scraping the barrel now with what they have left in their arsenal. The point is contested, so the timer has been paused. Pope with his cup holder trying to blast out Nuffle. Yep, Nuffle, he's gone. Massive smoke barrage coming in from mortars here. Trying to shield the Allies as they push in. A big tidal wave of red pushing through the buildings one by one, but the Axis are throwing numbers back to hold it. It really comes down to this last throw of the dice. We've got a straight up battle going on. Storm, a 3-man Storm squad, are the first ones to break in through the smoke. Rocker getting on the inside with the brain gun. Can he clear up? Building has been cleared. As fusion from PIB broken inside the large 3 stories, clearing the rooms one by one. Still plenty of defenders, though, for the Allies to push through. And as they push, the harder they push, the more casualties they're going to start sustaining. Joe goes down there. Grenades being exchanged from both sides. Grenades, mortars, grenadiers. No gammon bombs. I haven't seen any gammon bombs yet. 6J doing a counter-attack, trying to reclaim this 2-story here. Bayonets attached. Moore is on the inside. With his MP40. Sorry, it's MP40. I thought he had a Sten gun for a second. Drummer gets sprayed down. 2 MP40s firing on him. Sky with a grenade in hand. Throws through the window. Oh, there's a gammon bomb. There's the gammon bomb. It didn't quite reach it inside. And the Allies' numbers dwindle little by little. Little by little. And I think that might, unless there's some, there might be some big kill exchanges actually going on here from the Allies with what they have left. Partisans still have plenty of squad members still over here, and they're slowly pushing forward. A few big grenades, a few flanks. That's all it takes. Hope. How? How, guys? How do you not hear each other? Hope goes down, thank God. Enrod gets shot in the back. Seb with that sniper. Seb with the Kar 98 sniper. Able to pick up a few extra kills here at the end. Partisans still have a few members still trying to push in. 6J held onto these buildings the whole game. And it looks like they might just manage to hold on to them till the very end. Grenade goes through the window, or did it bounce off? I think it bounced off. Yeah, bounced back. Cry Wolf, Wood. Maybe some other names that I'm missing. It kind of bugs out a little bit. Wood getting a kill there at the end. Sten gun, I heard it.
I'll be blocking.
Right Wolf getting a kill. Cry Wolf manages to clear the building with Wood on the flank. Wood actually killed more from the outside.
Come get him, I'm getting him. I'm getting them. Wave incoming.
They're attacking from the east.
Cry Wolf getting another kill there. Marcus is the next one to move in, but he gets shot from the outside. Krupp and Alvirs from the window on the outside managed to take him down. I hear planes coming in, so this might be it. This might be it. The Allies are calling in another wave. They did have one extra wave. The attackers always usually get one extra wave to help balance things out. It could come down to this. When will the planes start to release people? There they go. So how many kills can the Allies get? Can the Axis get before the Allies land? Yeah, the Axis firing the best they can. The defenders trying to cut off this reinforcement wave there. One drops down there. Splat. What can you do in this situation as you're parachuting in? You're just like, please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Oh, a bunch of casualties there for the paratroopers. You can see if I just go with all the grey names. Not many of them made it down to the ground. And those that did, they're not in a great situation right now. Judas goes down. Zoid manages to hold the stairs. As the Allies again throw forward bodies. And the Axis forces really dwindling with the numbers they have left on the defense. You can see their defense is so split at this point. I imagine kills to deaths is pretty even. No. Medic there from PIB doing his job, trying to keep his team in the fight. As the next wave comes in. Look at all the bodies that fell from the plane. All these people who didn't make it to the ground. So many bodies that just slowly trickle down from the sky. That was a big grenade there. That grenade almost takes out Maximum and Daisko. Krupp holds the stairs.
At least one, yeah.
What happened to the other one? There is one firing so fast. Yeah, his gun line.
The timer has been contested again. It looks like Bro Neeson managed to push in. Bro Neeson's and Von Bevfen pushed in. Zoid and Marcus have both gone down. Seb with that sniper. Game seems close. It's really close. Seb with the good sniper shots on the inside of the building managed to take out Bro Neeson. Seb still sniper in hand, just holding back. Seb might be one of the last lines of defense here for the Axis to hold on to. Good spray down there from Gore. Sky. Surprised Sky didn't have a clean shot then with his Bren gun. Let's head back towards the factory because we've got some allies breaking into the factory complex. Desperate defense going on for whatever remains for the German forces here. Whitman, Winter, and Mika all holding back whatever they can, whatever's left from the allies to throw at them. Crop Alvear still alive. Linster and Webb over here. Seb on the hill. And Gore with that MP40. Foot got taken out at some point. Doom and Brampower went down, so only Skyros alive over here. Rocker gets sprayed down. Sky, you know there's an MP40. You must have heard him in front of you. Seb has been picking up the kills this game. And that looks like it's a mostly Cry Wolf. Oh, well, yep. Cry Wolf goes down. That means it's only down to Jirun, Eric. I was like, Eric is the only one left for the Allies. Can he do it?
Okay, okay, Roger. Be advised, they're in this compound, Zyko. Be very... Winter, Zyko's looking. I don't have anybody right next to me. Just, sit tight.
It's okay. Just fight to the last.
What does Gavel mean? Does that mean just yes, sir, or something? Jawohl? I hear them say that a lot. Them Germans. Come on, Eric. I believe. Get your rifle out and shoot them. Don't knife them again. Get your gun out and blast them.
Also, Winter, ID trick.
Let's cover our back. Whoa.
It went through the fucking floor. God fucking damn this
Are they
stupid
underneath us?
physics engine. On the left, there. He's in the room next.
Physics engine? What do you mean physics engine? You're in real life, man.
Yeah, on the left, I'm pretty sure.
Eric with the smart plays.
No, it's clear.
Is it clear? Fuck, he's either downstairs. He shot Zyko from like... Yeah.
Eric missing his shot then. He had a shot on the MG. Misses his shot on Whitman. I'm not quite sure where that grenade went. Come on, Eric. No pressure. No pressure, Eric. Come on. You have to make every shot a headshot as well, because their medics are going to be working overtime. One. It looks like it's 1 versus 6, maybe 7. It's doable. Ceasefire. Come on, Eric. Just the ceasefire doesn't mean ceasefire doesn't mean anything to you, Eric. Ceasefire doesn't mean anything to you. Oh. Well, it looks like the Germans, the Axis forces, win this one. So that is the IR9, the 6th GA, and the 5th GB. Let's have a look at the kills to death quickly. 141 to 165 wounds for the Axis. To the Allies, 87 kills to 121 wounds. Revive 62 to 13. So the Axis just did a little bit better overall. Here's the kill board quickly. 17 there stands out with Seb with that sniper. 13 with Rosberg following up. And then on the Allied side, we've got 13 with Brandy, which I think was on the mortars.
Thank you all for
And then 6 with Crywolf.
I
So,
survived.
That was a good game. I enjoyed that. As always, I enjoyed that. I had a good time with that. I hope you guys did watching as well. If you just watched this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it as always. Thank you for sticking to the end. And if you could, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 500 subscribers, and the goal is 1,000 by the end of the year. If you can help that out, that'd be a massive. And remember to like. And aside from that, until next time, YouTube, take care. Much love. Bye-bye. And a big thank you to this month's Twitch subscribers: Jabes, Wildane303, Kaiser Ingy, Mepanator, Wafflecopf, Callum Derp, Soft and Sally, Morning Calf, Fury Arrow 01, Treesap Jake, Yazoo_bot, Brolifer, It's Carl's Designs, Selly_Kitty, and The Juice 056.